Hi everyone. In this lecture, we are discussing about the center tabbed full wave rectifier operation. First, we will see some of the network analysis basics. The main intention here, how the current direction will will vary the output voltage. So just assume that here, if the current is flowing clockwise like this, then what is the output voltage? So as you know, to know the voltage across RL resistance, you just multiply RL into I1 will give you the voltage across RL resistance. So that I am assuming it as V1. That I am assuming it as V1. Then what is the output voltage in this case? So as here the V1 polarity and V0 polarity both were same. So V0 equal to V1. V0 equal to V1. Now you see in this case too, you see the now the current direction is anti-clockwise. So we will give the polarities across a particular resistor based on the current direction. Based on the current direction, wherever current is entering, there plus; wherever current is leaving, there minus sign. Because of the this current I1 flows, whatever the voltage is developing for that polarities, we will give like that. So now in this case too, we want to know the output voltage, and you just compare the polarities of V0 and V1. The polarities are reversed, so if you apply a KVL also in this loop like this, so second sign, right? Second sign for V0 is plus V0, and second sign for V1 is plus V1 equal to 0. So then if you find out V0 equal to minus V1, you will get minus V1 you will get, considering this sign and this sign, because I am applying the KVL equation in anti-clockwise direction. So we will get V naught equal to minus V1. So the variation of current direction will changes the output like this. So this will be applicable in the in understanding the the center tapped full wave rectifier operation. So, as you know, we will understand the circuit operation in two cases. That is during positive half cycle and during negative half cycle. How the circuit will behave, we will get the equivalent circuit and we will try to analyze the output. So the circuit shown here is the center tap full wave rectifier. You just see here, center tap full wave rectifier is having three output leads like this. Three output leads shown here. I'm assuming the point. This point is A. This point is B, and this point is C. So C is always grounded, and you see the output of the center tap rectifier is divided equally, like shown here. Divided equally is shown here. So where V2 is the secondary voltage of the transformer. So what is the relationship between Vs and V2 here? So Vs is equal to V2 by 2, means the secondary transformer voltage equally divided as two parts using center tap rectifier. Using center tap rectifier, the secondary voltage is equally divided as two parts. Now we'll see during positive half cycle. During positive half cycle, primary this will be positive. So if this is positive like this, then point A is positive, point C, point C is the two voltages will be divided like this, minus. and again plus and minus. So now as the point A is positive, diode D1 becomes forward biased. Point B is negative, so diode D2 is reverse biased during positive half cycle. Diode D1 is forward biased and diode D2 is reverse biased during positive half cycle. So corresponding equivalent circuit will be this during positive half cycle. So diode D1 will be forward biased, this is reverse biased. So as you know, when you are analyzing using the circuit, we will use ideal equivalent model to understand the operation. So ideal equivalent model, forward bias replaced with the short circuit, reverse bias diode is replaced with the open circuit shown here. Now how the current will flow? Current will flow, I naught will flow like this. And you may ask, sir, whether it is reaching the secondary of the transformer or not. You just see here, ground is there, and also the point C, this is also grounded. This is also grounded. Point C is also grounded. Means there is some connection is there from here to here. So for our better understanding, I just removed the connection and showed the two grounds here. Already connection is there. So the current starting from point A and reach the point C, which is a closed path. So there will be some voltage drop across RL. So now if we apply KVL equation again here, considering the second sign, so in the clockwise direction, considering the second sign of Vs is plus Vs and output is minus V naught equal to 0, which gives V naught equal to Vs. So the output wave shape is following the same wave shape. The input is shown here. So the output will follow the same wave shape. And as you know, the current will also follow the same path. This is during positive half cycle. So during negative half cycle, the primary voltage is shown here. So point A is a minus, and the two voltages will appear like this here. The point C and point B is plus. Now during negative half cycle, as the point A is negative, diode D1 will be reverse biased, and diode D2 is forward biased. The corresponding equivalent circuit shown here. So diode D1 during negative half cycle, diode D1 is reverse biased. Diode D2 is forward biased. So how the current will flow in this case? So starting from always plus, right? Vs plus is here, so current will flow as I showing here, and will reach the load and again reach the point C. We'll start from point B and reach the load, and you please observe, now the current is entering at the plus voltage of the plus of the output voltage, and in this case if you have again apply KVL, so now it is again clockwise only, the output is plus and minus. So we will consider the second sign. So minus V naught minus Vs equal to 0. So V naught equal to, you see, direction, the current direction is following like this. So second sign is plus here. Second sign, just observe. So when the current flowing like this, so second sign is this. Same way, the second sign is, let me, the second sign when I'm writing the equation, KVL equation, this one and this one. So V plus Vs minus V naught equal to 0. So V naught equal to Vs, not equal to Vs. Now please note, now the current, wherever the current is entering at the same point, that is plus of the V naught. If you compare during positive half cycle, the current is entered also same. So during both positive half cycle and negative half cycle, the I naught current will enter at the same point. Same point. So during positive half cycle, you see the output voltage wave shape is like this because of the I naught current. I naught current. So same way during negative half cycle also, you will get the same output voltage because the currents in the both the positive half cycle and negative half cycle are entering the load resistance at same point. So during negative half cycle, the output will also will be same as output. I'm talking about the output wave shape. The output wave shape is same as the output wave shape during positive half cycle. We combine both the explanations in one waveform. During positive half cycle, the output will follow the input. During negative half cycle, whatever the output you got during positive half cycle, same output you will get because both during positive half cycle and during negative half cycle, the current, the load current will enter the load at the same point. Now, if you see, this is the full wave rectifier output. If you want to find out average value, RMS value, you will find out only for one cycle. One cycle here means from 0 to pi only, right? One cycle here means from 0 to pi. So when you are calculating all the rectifier parameters, you will find for from 0 to pi only because one cycle is from 0 to pi. So thank you all of you for listening.